Made in America.
Spring just a month away. But don't tell these folks. They had a bad case of spring fever today, didn't they? In Chicago and in Pittsburgh. How often in Pittsburgh, okay, do you get to dine al fresco in February?
Yeah, this is not a fever anybody has a problem with.
No.
You don't even need the cowbell. We're not talking about a couple of degrees. In some places, record-busting temperatures as much as 35 degrees above normal. In fact, Chicago hit a record 70 degrees on Saturday. They were all dining al fresco. I bet you had to wait on those tables.
I bet you did. Sunglasses, you had the big shady hat on, right?
I love her look. She is so chic. This little girl in Pittsburgh, I dig it.
Hey, let's take it to Columbus, Ohio, by the way. Gorgeous weather today. And get this, at Columbus Zoo today, they said free admission on President's Day.
Right.
64,000 people showed up at the zoo today. A record crowd.
That's
But
amazing.
they're probably thinking, when they do this, they're probably thinking, it's February.
Right.
Like, are we really going to get that many people?
Yeah.
Not banking on it being 65 degrees today.
That's fantastic. You know, my family, we used to always go to the zoo on Columbus Day. It was always a thing we did. The Philadelphia Zoo.
Cool.
But maybe now all these families, maybe it'll become a tradition. And you'll say, remember last year when we went, it was like 65 degrees. So next year, even if it is 19, they'll still go because now it's a tradition. That's what the zoo's hoping, at least.
I think they are. Hey, let's get personal with the weather. Take you right into Central Ohio. Check in with personal weather station over Jeff Blazinski. It's been a while since we talked to Jeff. He's one of our favorites here on the show.
Yay, Jeff!
Jeff, good to see you. Crazy stuff going on there at the zoo today, but crazy stuff with the weather.
Yes, very much like mid-spring. I can't even say early spring, right? These are extremely warm temperatures and extremely persistent warm temperatures. Very unusual.
Yeah, did you go to the zoo? Were you one of these 64,000 people at the zoo?
You know, they started issuing traffic advisories, and when the police say to avoid the area, there's no sense going. You just, even if you thought about it, it's like, well, no, who wants that?
Now you have a little fear of missing out. I know, you got a little FOMO.
When there's like travel advisors in the area, but you avoid the area, you're thinking, oh my goodness, like a tiger got out of the zoo or something. No, it's people trying to get in.
I thought, looking out my window thinking something's going to run by, but yeah, did not want to try to just go out and sit in a parking lot on the road, basically.
No, yeah, you don't want to find yourself in the Velociraptor scene from Jurassic Park either.
Absolutely.
What have your temperatures been over the past few days?
Solidly in the 50s, 60s. I'm just pulling up a temperature chart here going back to November. I'm surprised how often we hit 60. Solidly in the 50s throughout the winter. We had a late, I should say, a summer that went into the fall. Leaves stayed on the trees, and it really didn't turn to winter much at all. Only, I think, 4 inches of snow I think we had for the season. Normally we're up in the mid-20s for snow.
Jeff, as far as how long have you lived in Central Ohio? Do you remember another winter this mild before?
No, we're, I think, coming up on 15, 16 years. Before that, I lived in northwest Pennsylvania, so we used to get lake effect snows. There was a time I remember whenever we would just want to see the side of the road. Like you forgot what dirt looked like. You'd be like, oh, hey, look at that. What's that? Oh, that's dirt. We remember that.
Yeah, that was a treat, seeing the curb in your neighborhood.
Spring's coming. Yeah, but I mean, even up here in the Columbus area, it's a bit warmer than northwest Pennsylvania, but no, it's never been like this. We never had leaves stay on the trees, you know, to the point where the frost got them, not the fall actually working its normal cycle. And then I'm not sure if you have the pictures I sent over. We got daffodils showing up. We got tulips. And they're, for some reason, beating the snowdrops, which is very odd.
Interesting. I bet the Easter Bunny's hopping around there, too.
Very confused. I think he's just going in circles. I couldn't. I saw him the other day. Now, I don't know if that may not have been a legitimate Easter Bunny. You should probably call somebody about that guy.
Maybe he's trying to chase away Punxsutawney Phil, who apparently didn't know which forecast he was supposed to issue this year. But
exactly.
All the animals, they're working it out right now. They're having a meeting.
They are.
But yeah, just it's weird because I was watching our local weather, and I think we've broken a record for, or if we haven't, we're going to break a record for the longest stretch of 60-degree weather in February.
It's just nuts.
Those are weird. You know, you get a record high. I can remember, back to the original question, I remember it being this warm. You might get a treat of 1 or 2 60-degree weather days, but not like a week or two. So this is a very unusual pattern.
Indeed.
It's nice, but I do kind of wish we had some snow.
Yeah. Well,
4
at
inches
least
of
you're
snow.
a winner in that regard.
Exactly.
Right? This
Yeah,
is the year.
exactly.
You're a winner. But yeah, wish
Always
we could give you a
trying to
little
take-
snow. Yeah.
I'm going to take the positive as much as I can. Absolutely.
There you have
Jeff,
it.
thank you so much. Always good to talk to Jeff. I think we've got a theme with Jeff, too, because the previous times we talked to him in the fall, he's like, it's so hot here. I can't take it. It's so
He
hot.
had pineapples.
He did. He had pineapples. It's like a
Hawaiian shirt. He's had all sorts of stuff. So one day we're going to get a cold snap in Dublin, Ohio, and we're going to call him up, and he's going to be wearing a parka, and it's going to be the weirdest thing ever.
He won't know what to do.
No. We'll be right back.
Salon